Alright, what is up, gents? After a lovely few days of pumpy time, we're having a very needed pullback. Crypto market is taking a little bit of a pullback over the past 24 hours. We're seeing pullbacks, 5% for Bitcoin, 3% for ETH. You know, some smaller pullbacks on the way as well for some of our altcoins. But generally, the trend is still up over the past 7 days. Oh, we're going to make this a quick one, guys, but we're going to look at the short-term time frame. Now, on the short-term time frame for Bitcoin, you're seeing that we rejected from this massive order block here on the 4-hourly at 124k perfectly. We've got an order block between 113k all the way to around 115k. Through today, maybe potentially leading in tomorrow, we could be targeting around 113k, which would be a good level for bulls to come in and take the reins. But you go to things like Ethereum and you see that it hasn't really pulled back that much, right? We came to the top of this megaphone pattern. It looked like we were going to break out. We didn't get a confirmed breakout above this range here. And now we could be coming to retest 2.8k to around 2.9k. And remember, the range high of this previous move is going to be around 2.876. So again, that could be a good level to long. And if we do lose that as support, then 2.7k is going to be a big level of support, guys. Remember, only a 8% move from where we were. When you look at the bigger picture, guys, then, you know, we're still up 40% over the past couple of weeks. Okay, we were up around 45%, so nothing to be too shocked about. Many of you guys know, on a 40% move to the upside, you know, an 8% move to the downside definitely needed. And we would like to see these pullbacks, because if we just go up vertical in a straight line, it's going to be even bigger crashes to come in the future, and that'd be even harder to manage, guys. But something that does make me super happy is the fact that Bitcoin dominance is still breaking down from this trend here, guys. Okay, so 64%. That's why our altcoins haven't been getting like super wrecked right now. There's going to be some people that come into the market and they go, oh my god, I just bought, this is a scam. As soon as I buy, they dump. And that's because they're buying into the pumps, not buying into the dumps like what we've been doing and accumulating at the lows. Again, on the daily, we said that we'd like to come down to around this zone here. So Bitcoin dominance could be trying to retest maybe 64 to 63.75. And if we do break down, then regardless of whether Bitcoin dumps or pumps, you'll see altcoins generally outperform Bitcoin. And that would be on moves to the upside. And then also, you know, say if Bitcoin has a 5% move to the downside, you should see altcoins maybe only have a 1% move to the downside, or even start to flip green. ETH BTC still doing its thing, right? We got our range that we are still in. We said we wanted to break out of this red range, and it looks like it wants to do it over the coming days, guys. Okay, this is a daily chart. We can remove all of these red and green zones here and make it very simple and say we basically just need to break this white line at 0.26. Then we'll be targeting 0.028. Again, not too much of a move, guys. Only 3% all the way to around a 10% for our first targets for ETH BTC. But it is great to see that on the ETH Bitcoin chart, we actually are starting to turn around. And when you do compare it to the ETH chart, I mean, we came all the way down here, right? We're somewhere around here for ETH Bitcoin. So ETH had that massive drawdown, first move, reaccumulation, and then massive pump. Drawdown, first move, reaccumulation, massive pump. Should be to come for ETH Bitcoin. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys was Ben as well. Benjamin Cowan posted this today, and it was, I think it was like Bitcoin dominance, ETH dominance, and then stables dominance. And historically, it had topped out at around 82% or 82-ish%. We went to 82.36% this time round. And last time we saw very sharp reversals, but it has been a significant level of resistance since 2019. The only time it was different was in 2021, and I believe that was the C word dump, which would have absolutely wrecked pretty much all the altcoins and then made everyone flood into maybe Bitcoin, ETH, and your stables. But other than that, right, that's the only outlier here, guys. We should see some continuation, right? We've only seen a tiny move right now, coming up to its support band at around 78% or 79% according to this chart. But this makes me very happy. And then also, when you do look at the USDT dominance, guys, we still got a bit of a way to go down to around that 3.8%. So in the short term time frame, I mean, look, we went pretty much vertical over the past few days. It's fine if we come back down to retest these range highs, which is going to be around here, right? In line with our order blocks, around 113 to 112k. If ETH wants to do something like come down and retest this range high, that's going to be fine. And then even when we look at things like others, right? Others may want to come down a small correction to around 5% to retest it. Doesn't have to happen, but if we do, again, only 5% pullback on the total others market cap before we should see some continuation. So everything structurally is looking really good. What goes up must come down eventually, but it's great to see that we actually are coming down sooner rather than later, because it means we can prolong the move. But you guys let me know how you're feeling about the market in the comment section. If you're new, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.